Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick little battery test here with the Samsung Galaxy S6 and 7 Edge family. So wanted to see if there's been any progression here in terms of the battery longevity. I have charged them all up at 100% at the same time, and the S6 Edge has already lost a point actually from being disconnected from the charger, which goes to show you how poor the battery was with the S6 Edge. But hopefully we can get the S7 Edge, see how the improvement has been. We're just going to check out the heat here of all of them. So you can see the heat on the new S7 Edge Exynos 8 is quite cool actually, starting off compared to the other two, which is nice to see. So we can just start up a game and basically play it through a little bit, and hopefully we can see which one retains the most battery. I think it's going to be obviously either the S6 Edge Plus or the new S7. So if you're not familiar with the latest Asphalt update, it puts very aggressive advertising on it. 30-second adverts where you can't even skip them. So you do have to sit through this a little bit. Really annoying. So let's go next. So let's see here. You can also have a good look at the graphical performance, I guess. See if you can see any differences with the new Mali GPU. And straight away, I can't see too much of a difference actually. The old Samsung S6 series was very competent when it came to the gaming, if we're to be honest. And I do love this game because it can just play itself pretty much with minimal user intervention. Get that good graphics churning. So I guess the big question for those of you who have a S6 Edge Plus, is it worthwhile to upgrade here to the S7 Edge? And I have to say, it's quite if you were to upgrade from the S6 Edge Plus, it'd be more of a sideways move in many respects. Both of them have 4 gigs of RAM, both of them big displays, but obviously the S6 Edge Plus has a bigger display here. Sure, you're getting a slight performance boost in either the Snapdragon 820 or Exynos, but it's not going to be a massive difference compared to if you're coming from a Qualcomm device from Snapdragon from the 2015 without, I think, the FinFET manufacturing process. So quite difficult to justify maybe if you've got an S6 Edge Plus, but definitely if you've got an S6 Edge, there's some massive gains to be had here. But in terms of the actual graphics, you can see they all seem to be very similar here. Not the massive difference that you may be expecting. But then again, the new S7 does feel very nice in the hand, much more ergonomic, I think. So I think we are nearly there towards the end now, and I don't know which one out of the S6 Edge Plus or the S7 is actually going to win here in terms of the battery, you know, durability. It's going to be interesting to see. But the S6 Edge Plus does actually win the race here, which is nice. And then we do have the new boy S7, and finally the S6 Edge. So they have all finished now, and we want to see the battery stats and the heat, so we can see if there's any differences here. Now the first thing we want to do is actually have a look at the heat here, because it does cool down remarkably quick. So you can see the actual heat. Wow, that is fantastic. You know, look how cool that's run compared to the others, which really got up there in terms of the heat, especially the smaller S6 packed in components. The battery life is identical on both of them, so not a massive difference there really, which is what I expected. The battery drained to 96% on the S6 Edge, so massive difference if you're coming from the older boy. But you know, as to be expected here, very similar performance between these two really, and I think that's going to be a common story when I do compare them. But if you're coming from the S6, some major gains when it comes to the battery. Oh, it's gone down 1 point here, so maybe, you know, you could say that the S7 is, you know, having the good longevity here. This is a relatively new device that I have only just bought, so yeah, very nice performance improvements here with the Exynos 8 series. Hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.